Hi, everybody. I am Audrey, and this is the new version of Moving Forward with Audrye Now. We're going to start with the lifting process so your energy and frequency gets up leveled. Then I'll be speaking about social status anxiety. I learned those words from Dr. Russell Razakwe. I think that's how to say it. Who I saw on a podcast. I thought this was so important to distinguish. I'm doing a podcast on it. And then we'll have some thank yous, and that would be pretty much it. So sit comfortably. You could be lying down. Loosen your clothing. Do this when you can pay full attention to this. Otherwise, come back and watch this because you are going to close your eyes. So, and if anyone thinks they don't have time for this, you probably more than almost anyone else need this. So, lie down or sit comfortably, loosen your clothing, follow along with the sound of my voice. Take in a nice deep breath into your heart. Hold and gently, slowly release. Let go. Breathe in white and golden light into and around your heart center. Fill up your being with that. You are protected, you are blessed, you are energized. And gently, slowly release. Let go. Breathe in again, golden, silver, sparkling fuchsia light into your heart center, your chakra. Hold that opening and slowly, slowly, slowly release. Let go. And now allow that you're getting lighter and lighter, higher and higher, freer and freer. This is the lifting process. You're getting higher, higher, lighter, freer. You are safe. You are blessed. You are protected. You are safe, and you're getting higher, 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 lighter, freer, lighter, freer. This is natural. This is your energy. This is your frequency. This is your vibration as you get higher, lighter, freer. You are safe. Allow yourself to experience this ease, this joy, this blessing, this blissing, this blessing, this ecstasy, naturally, naturally. And now, as you are enjoying this, and having your frequency raised higher, which is mandatory pretty much in this day and age. If you would really like to flourish as Earth goes through and our species goes through our reset, this is one of the ways. This is definitely one of the ways. It also helps you go through the years maintaining your energy, your health, your wellness. It is one of the ingredients. So, I came, okay, now we're going to shift. You can stay there, simply listen. I came across, okay, my glasses. I came across Dr. Russell, Razzaque, Razak, I'm not sure, on his podcast, and he was discussing something I'd never heard these words before. So here they go. Social status anxiety. What is that? That is only important to somebody who thinks that whatever their social status is, wherever they link themselves or put themselves, is something really important. And some of the people that are going through this social status anxiety are some kinds of white people. I'm not. It's irrelevant to me. And those are the kinds of people who think that because they're born a certain way, whether it's their sex, their orientation, their complexion, their hair, their money, whatever, that something makes them more important than someone that has a different look or comes from a different cohort, a different group. And that kind of person can get extremely nervous, upset, insecure when any other individual or group is seemingly now coming into whatever the social status anxious person thinks is their special place. Which, folks, actually, in the real world, not in this simulacrum, that doesn't even exist. It's fake. Anyway, so they can get nervous, they can get upset, they can get angry, they can get violent, they could act out, they could have addictions. Do you see this happening anywhere on our planet at this time? Are you going through this? There is no shame in acknowledging if something like this is going on with you. I remember when the women's movement in the 60s, 1960s, some of you weren't born then. I was, okay? When women began getting more power, and I know because I was a member, I was part of the movement. People power really, but then focusing on that particular one, women, there was the black movement, the women's movement, the gay movement, people movement, that a lot of men got really nervous. They got terrified. Even now, this is, what are we, July 11th, 2025, and the United States has yet to have a woman president. Remember when Kamala Harris was like the most amazing cat? Oh, I'm not supposed to discuss politics. Okay, we're going to leave politics alone. The guys don't want me to discuss politics on the podcast, so we're just going to leave that to the side. But I will mention racism, sexism, LGBTQism, anti-Semitism. Have any of you ever experienced any of that? Have any of you done that? Have any of you felt you are superior to whomever? Because either your complexion, your religion, where you were born, if you are taller, if you are shorter, if you are muscular, if you are fatter, if you are thinner. Pay attention to this. Because when other people from any different group that you or someone from this may have considered in any way less than, when that particular person or group starts moving into their own personal power, and people, we've got Pluto in Aquarius. It's about 2 degrees right now. I'd have to look and check. And then we have Uranus moving into Gemini. Yes! My Uranus is in Gemini. My Uranus is 3 degrees Gemini. And no, I'm not 84. I'm 82 for another week. Then I'm 83. Yee! Anyway, and yes, I'm excited about that. And if somebody pins their self-worth, their self-love, capital S, little s, ELF, spiritual essence self and ego personality self, on thinking that one is superior to anyone else because of any of that fake stuff, social status, seemingly, when anyone else starts getting into their own self-empowerment, and that is happening, people, it's going to be happening more and more and more and more and more, by the way, they're going to freak out. If they don't know how to build their own self, and you do that from the inside out, not from the outside in. Do the meditations, do the breathing attunements. Look at, who are we? What are we? I've been doing a bunch of shows on how we may have originated. We did not come from monkeys or apes. A bunch may have started, but then at a certain point, and Greg Braden puts it, give or take, at around 200,000 years ago. I believe also, oh, don't let me forget his name. It'll flash back. Sorry. Uh, when we're not sure who, I'm going to say it was beings from elsewhere, because they weren't from humans. No, spliced together and did some work with chromosome number 2 and gave our species Homo sapiens sapiens, which those of us who choose it, I am one of them, who is choosing to morph into Homo galactica, Homo universalis. All of us can do this, by the way. We are the ones in charge of our own self. No one else is in charge. And I say that, and I'm a big 4'10" and a smidge, and I weigh somewhere 90, whatever I might weigh at the moment. You can't tell me what to do. I mean, you can tell me what to do. Do you think I'm going to do it? Unlikely. Unless it resonates with who I know myself to be, or feel myself to be, or is something that's going to help me evolve. Frankly, I have no interest. I don't fight it. I just move on. Because at this point, for me personally, I've been on this planet almost 83 years. I'm not listening to foolishness. It is quite honestly a waste of my time. Don't need it, don't want it, don't have it. Take it somewhere else. So, by the way, so if that's what's happening and you sense it in yourself, that's the call to action within you. Where are you feeling insecure? Where do you think or feel or sense that you need to feel better than or more than someone else? Look into what I call genetic karmic patterning, GKP. And yes, I do sessions on people. And I am still doing sessions on people, okay? And they grow, they evolve. So that is your choice. So if someone is stuck in there, and look on the planet, whether it's in one country or another, and you will see that there can be disruptions if people don't love themselves, and you have an issue with that. Go to my course, Morph into the Magic of Self-Love. Audrye Now, AudryeNow.com/morph, MORPH. You ought to be able to get the course right there. If you can't, let me know, and I will get someone who is good at that to do that. I am the psychic healer, artist, empath. I'm her, vegan mostly. I'm not the techie, little. So if you're seeing that and you're experiencing that, don't fight them. This isn't you're going to combat them. That's ludicrous. When I read that someone's going to combat global warming, that is ridiculous. You don't combat global warming. You take steps to have an equitable, healthy climate in your own personal life, in your business life, in whatever you do. My books, I have 4, are now online. So I'm not wasting trees. My one book that I still have some in print, What If You Are and Life Is Miraculous. I have one here. Yeah. Okay, it's the ABC Affirmation Art Coloring Book. This is printed on 100% post-consumer recycled paper. Not only we didn't destroy trees, we saved 8 large trees. So what are you doing? What kind of toilet paper do you use? And don't give me something that's more expensive, because in the long run it's not. Use that's made from recycled paper. Does it cost a little more than the other up front? But in the long run, no. You need to have the long view. So in terms of social status anxiety. That might even be the name of a condition that that psychiatrist knew about. Now I know the term, and a lot of people have it. It's not only limited to certain kinds of white people. There are black, brown, beige people that can have it. There are Asian people that can have it. There are men. Oh, I can tell you that for sure. There are some men who can have that. There are some women who can have that. There are some non-binaries who can have that. Anyone can be that. It has been mostly certain kinds of white people because in the past there had been in certain areas a presumption by some people, including that particular kind of white person, that they are superior. Let me tell you, they're not. They're not. And as that becomes more and more clear, if they don't take care of themselves and evolve themselves, will they get insecure? They can. Don't fight them. Keep evolving yourself. If they want to go through their hysteria, let them. Let them. Don't let them harm you. That's a no. I remember when my daughter was a baby, and I was then maybe 5 foot and half an inch. That's the tallest I've been is 5 foot and maybe 3/4 of an inch. I said I was 5'1". I was never five. I was never quite 5'1", but I thought it was a something. So at the time, I said I was 5'1". Yeah, never. Not that I know of. Okay, now I'm 4'10". That's hysterical to me. Okay, so people say I'm little. I'll agree with them. 4'10" for an adult? Yes. Anyway, so I come from New York, Manhattan, the city, and I was wheeling my baby in a stroller. And my baby was little. She was born 3 pounds, 12 ounces. She's fine. She's 5'6". She's healthy. She's fabulous. She's amazing. Okay. But I was wheeling her into a place in the village, it's Greenwich Village, and I saw these two tall guys coming my way, and I could feel their energy. Remember, I am an empath. I am that, okay? And I knew they were going to mess with me. Now, I do not know or do, martial arts, but there was no way I was going to let these two arrogant whatever mess with me. And just so you know, my daughter is biracial. Her father he's not on the earth anymore. He left the earth young in his late 40s, and he is what is called black. He had dark brown skin. And so between us, we made this gorgeous, I called her my golden girl, a golden child. And I could feel it, and I could see it, and I could sense it, that they were going to look to mess with me. So I got very centered very quickly, got aligned, and told myself, called on the guides to help me, because I could feel they were going to mess with me, and I said, this is my test. So they came over and said some stupid stuff, and I looked at them with my daughter in a little in a stroller and told them to shut up. I said, close your mouth, and I might have said, shut up, and don't talk to me that way. And that was it. They looked, they said nothing, and they went away. Nobody else in my presence has ever messed with myself or my child since then. Know who you are. You don't have to say shut up. I probably did, okay? And all of that. So people, bless yourself. If you're insecure, take the course. Call me for a session. Do something. Do the breathing attunements. Be blessed. Be blessed. Be blessed. Be blessed. Be blessed. Be blessed. So I'm going to complete so you can watch the whole podcast. I send thank yous to you. I send blessings to you. I send wonder and magic and bliss to you. Bye.